It's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. We have an early preview of the next patch notes coming to Gekishin Squadra. I am not here alone. I also have brought a friend with me of the channel. We have Manato's Flash, who is going to be reacting to a lot of this stuff with me and kind of discussing this over it. Hi, Manato.
Yo! Hi.
On top of that, we also have the weekly hero report as well that we'll be going over, that is going to be talking about the win rates. But just as a quick prediction, who do you think is getting nerfed? Who do you think is getting buffed? I know that you already made one, like a video, but like, what would you say is like, I guess, what would you want to be nerfed and buffed the most?
Like, just one thing. Honestly, I think Dende needs to be gutted. Like, unfortunately for a lot of tanks, like, you know, they'll just have to buff those tanks eventually. Something with Dende or tower chipping in general needs to be adjusted. I think, you know, just the combination of everything with a Dende plus tower chipping plus how like strong some tanks are in terms of tower chipping, it just kind of ruins just like a lot of the gameplay aspect for me, and I just think that it's just unfun to go against that. So hopefully that is at least one of those things, right?
Okay, so let's just go ahead and hop right into it. Let's not waste any more time and look at all of the stuff that is coming to the patch. So first off, we have Android 17 buffs. We have 3 in particular. The skill 1 has had a cooldown reduction from 8 to 6 seconds. The skill 2 now has it where when you do the stagger effect, when you activate it with the I think it's the infinite energy reactor or something like that, that gives you a second and 25 of stun rather than just 1 second of stun. And then the android barrier, the skill 3, has just had a pretty decent buff of HP across the whole board, starting off with 1,800 HP going to 2,200 and ending off with 2,500 HP turning into 3,000. I feel like Android 17 was probably one of the lesser, like, we could just go ahead and check really quickly, but I think Android 17 was like one of the least picked characters, or win rate characters right now, and also just one of the least picked win rates and pick rates combined. Like, it kind of makes sense why they did this.
No, I could definitely see that. I mean, looking at the 17 buff, 17 is a character I actually did specifically put that I wanted to receive a buff, and I'm also very glad that even though Goku Black has an like, at least from previous data, like when you posted your video, I looked at it. I saw that Goku Black had an under 50% win rate, so I was worried, you know, oh man, are they gonna buff him? But they ended up not giving him anything, which is good. That is good, at least from the last time I saw that, which I don't recall. Now that you see right there,
we could see here, I think that this could have just been a thing of like people trying him out for the first time, and then now that he's actually been out for over a week, people are now getting actually more accustomed to his play style. And again, because he literally has the highest pick rate right now, you're more likely to see him on both teams, which is just going to average out around 50% anyways. But it is kind of funny that, like how you said, he thankfully did not get a buff.
Yeah, I mean, that's good, right? But I feel like the health increase for 17 right here looks really good to me. I mean, we'll take the skill 1 cooldown decrease. I'm not like going super crazy over that. The barrier knuckle, inherently, it's just like, okay, the stun increase is okay, but like the effect itself is, you, in order to get the stagger, you have to reactivate with your passive. So instead of reactivating,
I knew it was infinite energy reactor. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Instead of reactivating or keeping your passive skill for skill 3 especially, or even skill 1, like, because if you look at skill 1, go ahead and click on it, the additional effect is, again, giving them additional damage based off numbers of debuff. That can be pretty decent, but skill 3 especially, it does actually give you another just like buff of the shield plus movement speed up. So it's such a better effect that I feel like the issue with skill 2 is that you've always had to use the reactivation for the stagger, and it has such a low range, very, very tiny baby range, that it's just I'm sorry, it's just not like that great personally to me anyways. And I don't think the buff for this really changes anything for this. But giving more survivability is always going to be good for 17. I think that's a lot of extra shield he's giving. I mean, quite a lot. We go back, it's what, like a 500 health increase, roughly?
Especially early game, like this is 400 HP. And remember, because of his passive, this is able to be used twice. So you can technically just completely cancel out 2 skills from an enemy just for free. And because they, in the past, when they buffed Android 17's Android barrier and made it where the actual effect lasts longer, I believe it's like 2.5 seconds now. It's not as much of a skill thing as it was before either. If you see the enemy is using like Kid Boo's grab, for example, you can immediately protect them with that, and a lot easier now with this extra HP. So I'm actually really glad about that. What I probably would have personally liked to see is just make it where, like, if you use the barrier knuckle and it is without the infinite energy reactor passive, right? I would have liked to see it have like a super minimal stun, like 0.25 seconds, just to have it be able to do something. Because does it even do anything like right now? It just applies the movement speed down. But I think that just having like it be an extra ability on top of it like that would have been better than having where it's like, okay, we're gonna try making the effect of this last longer, when it's like that wasn't ever a issue with the character. It's always been the fact that the range was pretty bad on the move, and on top of the range being bad, it's having to use the passive, which you usually want to save for the skill 3 or even the skill 1. Like it's never a question of should I use it on skill 2.
Yeah, this is exactly my honestly thing about skill 2 is I wouldn't even mind the range if it was just like the stagger. Like the effect is that it applies movement speed down, but they should reverse the stagger and the movement speed down, in my opinion. Where the skill 2 just should always stagger, because otherwise you're just never gonna use it. Like the additional input, like in very niche scenarios you use it, but like with how you play 17,
that'd be
like,
fine
the
too.
barrier
Yeah,
is just way better. But anyways, not that big of a deal. I think the buff will help him. Like, you know, the extra HP, it's just such a extra amount. It's just good, right? So we'll see how it looks like in game.
now we have to talk about the polar bear in Arlington, Texas. Like what okay.
See,
I have had a big like hatred for hit since basically release, because of the fact that you could just get like such a chain of stuns on his abilities, right? And I'm always a person who knows that they are just terrible on the character, and I can never replicate it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think hit was an issue. I don't know why they would think that hit is an issue. There's nothing, like, I guess in this small period they would have thought about it, because this is the previous week and then this is this week. But he's not like, there's other technicals that I would rather have been nerfed, Goku Black, versus having hit be nerfed instead.
I still think hit is one of the stronger techs.
Yeah.
But like I don't think that it's in the case of he needs to be nerfed. They've nerfed him, I think, appropriately at this point. So
Right.
now the thing is that, like, obviously early game he's going to be a little better, but that doesn't really matter. Now late game he's gonna have half the invisibility time, which, I mean, that probably would be fine. Like, okay, I don't know. I feel like it depends. But hit players, this is just very sad. I feel like he did not need this, even though he is very good and he's very silly. Like halving that, I think was a bit much. Maybe if you wanted to lower it by like 2 seconds, I think that would be fine. But
Am I wait?
I don't
Am I
know, man.
what? Am I crazy? What does that even do at level 3 at this point? Then is it just the higher range on the skill 3, like the
Um,
dash in a sense?
I think, yeah,
I think it's just a
if there
dash,
is
right?
like an
That's
additional dash.
that's
So
so
it's like,
dumb.
okay, well, now you probably are going to be focusing for the most part on skill 1 and skill 2 in terms of levels for him. Um, but man, that's I don't know. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, his movement speed up does increase. Um,
Mhm.
I don't think that changes per level either, though. It's like
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure because the thing about hit is it's a thing of he's gonna have less time move around, but realistically, if we're thinking about like just using hit, you go invisible. Then when you stagger someone, you gain visibility back anyways. And then from there, he either just dashes away with double vanish, or goes to hide in a bush, or pops ultimate. So like, it just means that you have to be more like strategic when you're going invisible. If you're
right.
trying to assassinate someone. But again, I'm not 100% sure hit needed this nerf per se. Um, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not a hit player, so I can't really say 100% my personal opinion on it because I barely use the character. I just feel like that's we'll see.
And I'm so sorry, Cherry. I tried. I really did. Um, I couldn't stop it. I tried. I went into
I mean,
queue. I specifically surrendered at that one on that one match, and they looked at the win rate
look,
and
look,
they couldn't
it,
allow
it
it. They couldn't
it
allow it.
was it was bound to happen. I feel like
Oh
a Trunks
yeah.
nerf was bound to just happen. Like again, we've seen previous data. He's always had a super high win rate in the past few weeks. Um, so like I'm not like shocked at this by any means that he got an nerf. I feel like it's just only thing that changes about this is you need to just adjust to the different timing of when you use your skill 1, but the skill 1 itself is just gonna be generally the same. Like because you use a skill 1 as like an assassination type move. So you just need
Yeah.
to like kind of understand, okay, what's the new percentage of health I want to actually hit the target at. I mean, obviously it sucks that you're not going to be able to kill them as fast, but
I think
they didn't really
personally,
change like the range for it or anything like that. I think it's okay.
yeah, I think personally, the thing that is probably the most annoying about Trunks is he's in like a specific set of characters, I would say, that just get the Kai for free. Like there's literally no counterplay, right? Kale is one of those characters. I think that Trunks was one of those characters. Daima Goku could be one of those characters. If it's skill 2 boost, then Kid Goku's one of those characters, right? So that also could be a reason why they might have specifically nerfed the amount of damage that it did, was to make it where you have to time your skill 1 more, and it's not like, oh, it's under 50% HP, bam, I just use my skill 1 and I got the Kai for free. Because I feel like it was at least a little bit like that beforehand. So it also is just going to make it where like farming with Trunks isn't as free as before, because you have to adjust to that 15%. And I think it might level the playing field at least a little bit more in that regard, right? Oh yeah, Kefla is also one of those with the skill 2 and skill 2 boost.
I mean, not to spoil, but I kind of.
It could have been worse though. It could have been worse. That's all I will say. It could have that for as high as he was. It could have been worse easily. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Then
Bulma.
Bulma, yeah. Woo,
Oh,
yeah. Dude, Bulma players,
oh my
it's over. Switch
god.
to anyone else now, guys. No, but it
Wait,
actually
okay.
is kind of crazy.
That's
5,500 HP reduced
I
late
mean,
game to base HP.
she lost no, because if you count armor, that's a total of 6,000 HP basically.
Oh no,
That's
they got their armor increased.
oh no, I see. Okay, okay. This is generally overall good. So okay, well, okay. Well, I'm looking at it now. like if we're looking early game, she's only pretty much lost 2k, but like obviously later on in the game,
Mm.
she's lost about 3k. I mean, this
I
is
just
good. Like
I
losing
because
3k
like
HP, it just I feel like there's been many times where, in my opinion, Bulma like barely escapes, and she's been like at 30% HP. So like,
mm,
I think this will allow Bulma, like if she gets caught by any CC, you're able to assassinate her a lot easier, especially if you have a really high burst damage character. Um, if you're depending with Goku Black, you place a skill 1 around, stagger her at all. Like she could be toast. I think this is a really good change actually. Um,
the only thing
because like
I'm worried about
Mhm.
is by increasing her armor, this just makes it where it's a little bit easier to utilize Dende though. That's the only thing that
she's not a tanky
it is
character
funny.
at all though.
No,
It's
I
like if
know.
she had damage reduction in her kit, maybe. But like realistically, Bulma's gonna be using Tao the same way, especially because her
Mhm,
HP is lower. She's just gonna work better with Tao in that sense.
mhm.
But again, like kind of like how Cell works. I think really good with Tao, right? Even though I feel like a
Mhm.
lot of people actually Loki sleeping on Dende Cell, but um this is good. Like either way, Bulma just like being not having not as
I
much
should clarify
survivability,
that. Yeah,
right?
it is a good change overall. And also because this is like I kind of skimmed through it. I didn't really look at everything closely, but I don't know if you saw, but the HP and the armor numbers are exactly the same now. So you have like 50% of your HP is base HP, and then the other 50% is armor now. Which
Yeah,
I think is pretty clean to look at, methinks. But
I feel like this is a again.
it's an overall
This is
nerf though, at the bare minimum, because it just means less HP for the character.
it just depends because I feel like it could be more annoying because obviously okay, well now if she does escape, then she could recover basically 50% of her health back.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I just think it's again. I'm telling y'all, I've had many situations where Bulma barely escapes, and
Mhm.
then now she can't. So that's good. All right, let's see.
Kefla. We got some pretty big
Oh,
changes to Kefla.
massive Kefla nerfs here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So her damage was just okay. I say massive. The damage was not decreased that much, but I'm just saying her super attack has not ever been nerfed. By the way, they didn't when they originally nerfed Kefla. They did not touch her super attack. They touched her skill 1, Vanish Restoration, I believe. They touched her skill 2 damage, and I think they touched skill 3 a little bit before.
I thought they adjusted the damage fall off though of the
I
super
think they
attack.
did once, yeah. And then now they're changing it so it's decreased less.
Mm.
The damage fall of the consecutive hits decreased, but the damage overall is decreased by what
A fourth?
150 right there.
Yeah.
So that's again, like you said, a fourth of the damage. Her damage over skill 2 is also lower, and yeah, that's good. I mean, again, nerf Kefla now, bring her back a little bit down, and then when we see skill 2 boost and stuff like that removed, then you could kind of bump her back up. But I'm not sure if we'll see her changed back even after the remove skill 2 boost.
Yeah.
But it would be good because I don't think it's like even without skill 2 boost, she didn't really need the skill 2 kind of to be killed. It's just the
Mhm.
skill 2 boost just makes it very, very nasty, even with that. Because again, when Kefla originally came out, I don't think skill 2 boost was a thing, right? No, because that came out in season 4 and she was season 3,
Right.
and she got nerfed right before that. So like her prime Kefla kind of didn't have skill 2 boost. Obviously, she was
They had
really
the
good.
infinite vanishing though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Um, I guess she did have. Nah, actually, I say that, but like she did kind of have skill. Like she was really good in season 4 still.
Right.
Maybe I'm capping, but either way, I think this is good. Right, it's good changes. Like Kefla has been terrorizing the meta for sure.
Yeah. It's the reason why, like I've said, we can't look at this hero win rate data and like pick rate data and be like, oh my god, top 5 characters on this list are going to be nerfed every single time, and then the bottom 5 are going to be nerfed every single time, because as per usual, the worst character baby win rate wise is just consistently untouched, right? But we could at least get like a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen. And Kefla has been, I feel like, been at least in the top 5 of these win rate datas consistently. So they've definitely made mention of that, or at least note of that, and it's the reason why that they've nerfed this character, which is I feel like, again, it's a little bit deserved, but it's also a thing of like, it's, I would have rather just had it where the divine draws were just nerfed instead. Like if skill 2 somehow lost damage and then made it where it's just like healing attack maybe didn't impact the game as much, rather than having it where it's like, okay, Kefla, who I think is a pretty decent character, but not someone that is as good without some of these divine draws. Because again, it's like how you said, they're gonna take these divine draws out, and then like I feel like Kefla's not gonna get that back when they probably should. But yeah, I will say though, again, it is deserved though. And you ready for the next part?
Yeah, got it.
That's it. There's nothing else. Goku Black was added to the tier 1 of the Star Collection. We finally see God Goku get added to tier 2, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku falls to tier 3. So, thoughts?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have something for you. Let me just get it for you real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Take your time. Here, I'll pause real quick while you get it.
Okay, wait. Did you unpause it?
Yeah, I paused it.
What? All right, can I complain for a second?
Yeah, you're good.
Is it,
You're good.
like, can I
Feel
have
free,
the
no,
floor
it's
of
yeah, no, you can. It's feel free.
Hey, so like, if anyone in the dev team is watching this, do you like God Goku? Are you guys God Goku fans? Like, I you know, God Goku is pretty cool. You know, I like his red hair. Have you played God Goku? I assume you did. Maybe you're just having a lot of fun with him. This guy is like probably the worst thing you've done in this game, like in terms of a character. Like, actually, I'm sorry. Like, you know, I love you guys. You guys do great work. This patch is overall good, but again, you guys continue to not do it. And I know that obviously there is, you know, the Squadra World Cup going on, and like you can't change too much, but you change every single other almost meta pick besides Bardock and God Goku. Like, we're looking at every single character here, and I feel like, you know, even Hit, like you could argue, is still relevant. And he essentially got his buff, right? That's good. Hit is, I think, decently meta relevant right now. You know, a lot of people would have him top 3 techs even now. Like, this guy, he has like an AoE blind on his ult. He could just be invisible for like 8 seconds until the patch comes in now, right? So like, you know, he could be very silly. Trunks, very strong character, very high win rate character. I think he's a fair, like, just character that benefits you from understanding the game. That's fine. Bulma, very, very just like meta character. Like, everyone uses Bulma or Bardock. Kefla, another character where it's like, okay, you have God Goku in your team, then you pick Kefla probably as your second option. Second best DPS, I think, easily. And we're just ignoring like best in slot characters. We're ignoring Bardock. We're ignoring God Goku. We're gonna go into the World Championships, and you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna see the game evolve completely around what team might be able to chip. That might happen. That it's maybe not, but I feel like it's very possible. And the thing is, it's just boring. Like, it's just not fun. Like, I don't know if you guys play the game enough to see these players, but it's just not okay. Like, I like, have you ever used Dende Bardock? Have you ever played against Dende Bardock? I just don't understand. Like, you do so well nerfing everyone else except for God Goku and Bardock. Like, what is with those characters? What is with those characters that you guys just are unable to properly nerf them? You nerfed Super Saiyan 3 Goku properly. You nerfed Kefla properly. You nerfed Super Vegito. You fixed Kid Goku, right? You nerfed Trunks. Like, we're looking at all these meta characters. You know, even when we look at tanks, you nerfed God Vegeta, you nerfed Vegeta, you nerfed Bulma. We look at technical characters, you nerfed actually, well, you nerfed Hit right here. I guess you nerfed Kid Buu like a billion times.
I was just not to cut you off.
Like,
I was just kind of looking through the patch notes, right? Another thing I feel like I just want to make a quick mention. This is the smallest patch notes that we probably have had of all time. The amount of characters that is in here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And even
I feel like
some of these are just like the smallest minimal either nerfs or debuffs, to the point where you could probably lump at least 2 or 3 of these into one character like nerf, and it probably would be the like least amount of stuff that we've seen in a long time. Not to say that
I don't know if I
the
would
picks
100% agree with that.
I think the picks at the very
are
least
good.
Yeah, I think like overall the changes are good. I'm just saying, like, what stopped them from putting Bardock and God Goku here? It's not like, oh my god, at the very minimum they changed like 9 or 8 characters, or they did 8 characters and then nerfed like a card, right? Or they nerfed 8 characters and they nerfed a supporter, or they nerfed 8 characters and they did this. They only nerfed the small set of characters, and there was nothing else changed inside of the meta. Dende wasn't changed, Bardock wasn't changed, God Goku wasn't changed. Goku Black, I'll give some leeway because at the very least he doesn't have like an insane win rate, even though I do think at some level he deserves to also be nerfed as well, right? Chipping wasn't changed. None of that stuff at all was changed. It was just a small little stuff here and there. It's like we're getting drip fed. The only like, again, I think massive change where I'm gonna be like, okay, that these are like actually good things. Just first glance, it's just Bulma stuff and then the Kefla stuff. I think the 17 stuff could definitely help him out, and I'll probably have to see how that is actually inside of the game. Maybe Trunks.
I mean, it's funny because
maybe
with the hit stuff, there's like 3 hit players on the NA at this point. Like,
sorry guys,
most people have just moved on from him, and I mean, like, it's a very unfortunate for them, but like, I mean, I don't know. Hits
I don't know why they're just so afraid of change.
I don't understand. I mean, obviously we have anniversary coming, but man, it's just like, it's just very unfortunate, because if they change too much in this patch right before World Championship, that's just like gonna change so much of what people have been preparing for, which is why a lot of these number value changes, like, they're not gutting a character. Like, obviously I think they're giving appropriate nerfs that are necessary, but they're not gutting any of these characters. If anything, 17 just got helped a lot. Maybe Hit got gutted. Again, I'm not a Hit player. I can't say that 100%, but like with every other character, I'm looking at Trunks. I think Trunks is still going to be good. I'm looking at Kefla. I still think Kefla is going to be really good. I'm looking at Bulma. I still think Bulma is going to be good. Like, if we really think about it, this doesn't actually change the meta. It helps these characters from not being like as overly absurd, but it doesn't like mean that, okay, well, now Kefla is like not still like top 5 DPS range, if not just still like top 3 DPS range. It doesn't mean that Bulma is still not top 2 tank. This doesn't mean that Trunks is still not like one of the better DPS in the game. Like, what does this reasonably change? Kind of just doesn't actually change anything, even though they are technically good changes, and I like what I'm reading. When we really think about, okay, so now we have these changes in game, what actually happens? We're just gonna still see the same characters as always.
That's also
because
my main
Godku
thing
wasn't nerfed and Bardock wasn't nerfed, especially. We didn't really see any other low tier character get buffed besides 17, and who knows how effective these changes will be. We have to test them. I do think it'll be useful, but does it change the fact that you're gonna use 17 over Goku Black or even Kid Buu or Ultimate Gohan? I don't think so.
That's another thing, and it's the reason why like I'm super frustrated, right? Is because like when we're talking about like the Squadra World's Championship, I I want to get hype. I want to get excited, and I want to see again some of the best players for this game compete in like well just in front of everyone, right? And I want to see how some of these like players are thinking, and the decisions that they make, and you know what makes them the best, right? And I'm so scared that it's not going to be that it's going to be a thing of who can just chip the most, because I like, it's like how you said, nothing changed. There's none of the things that actually matter that are most likely going to be showcased at the World Championship are going to actually matter. And I get it if you're wanting to say like, oh well, I don't know if it's like particularly fair because you know the Squadra World Championship winners are wanting to practice, and then kind of just like flipping the meta out of nowhere is going to be kind of just messing up the entire thing that they've been practicing for. But this alternative is so much worse. It's so much worse. I would have much rather had it where it's like watching a Trunks player and being like, oh my god, dude, did you see that play? Or watching a person with like, I don't know, Super Saiyan Goku, and he does like the spirit bomb and he gets like a team wipe, and you're like, oh my god, how could he have even thought of that? That's so cool that he was able to think of that. And now I'm just gonna be like just sitting down and like looking on my TV and seeing like, oh, there you go, Bardock is going in and chip again for the 4th time this fucking game, and the 4th time in this fucking tournament, dude. Like who could have guessed, man? Who could have guessed?
I will say, I do want to say that I do think that when it comes to the World Championship, Asia and potentially South America, I know 100% Asia has like a much different meta and play style than us. They're not really even playing Bardock. They're playing Bulma, and they're playing Super Saiyan Goku, and they're playing Oob, like Godku still, obviously, because it's Godku, right? But like I think that's the one thing, that's the one character people like just everywhere can agree on, is that it's God Goku. Like, you know, it's like, you know, when everyone's talking about Gojo, it's like, what do we think of him? And it's like, well, we can all agree he's the strongest. That's God Goku. That's God Goku, right? Like every region can agree that that guy is too much. So but yeah, with that in mind, I do agree with you. You know, I mean, I feel like we'll still see like a fun competitive state there for the most part at the World Championships. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily super boring. It's just, you know, when we are in ladder, I think this is where, you know, this is just gonna, because obviously watching the best players play a game together for like a 2-hour session is going to be a lot different than, okay, I'm going to play the game for like 2 hours in ladder for like 3 days in a row, and then I see the same team, and then I see the same team, and then I see the same team, and then I see the same team. You know, that there's a huge difference in how that is.
For sure. I also want to say, like, I am still excited for the Squadra World Championship too. Like, again, these are some of the best players, and it's going to be a thing of like, we are at least going to see God Goku and some other character, and at the very minimum it'll be that some other character that we could maybe see some different gameplay of. It just again sucks that and I feel like it happens again with like every single Squadra Cup and just like Squadra World Championship or any sort of event they host, where it's the same thing. We saw it with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta when everyone was using him, and Ultimate Gohan, and we saw it with Bardock and Bulma now, and it's like, it just sucks that we have to go into the same thing again. But we'll see. We'll see.
What I will say is we are 1 month away from anniversary. September 9th is the anniversary. Next week should be the next hero. You know who that is. and then it's gonna be okay.
Oh, so it's gonna be
Uh,
Tien, or
yeah, it could be 10. So
okay.
after next week, it's gonna be 4 weeks until the anniversary. We could see a countdown. I could very easily see us getting a countdown campaign for 7 days. So I mean, it could be 3 weeks until we see a new content potentially,
Countdown
like
campaign where
relevant.
every single day they change, they do like a small minor buff or a nerf.
I don't think they would do that. I could see them giving out a character every day, maybe.
That'd be
That could
pretty
be
cool too.
interesting. But I mean, September 9th is going to be the next, or September 8th, actually, because for the season drops,
Hmm.
they usually drop the patch notes a day early, before the actual like new character drop. Like we
Right.
saw that with season 5, we saw that with season 6, even season 4. Like they drop the patch a day early, like in
Mhm.
the Steam update, especially. So with that in mind, like, September 8th is probably my guess for the next actual changes.
Mm.
And that's why it's just like, okay, well, for the next 5 weeks, we just officially know that the game is going to be the exact same for the most part.
Yeah. I guess
Unless
the
they
only
emergency
thing
nerf something, but I doubt it.
I really doubt
Yeah,
it too. My biggest, I guess, hope at this point is that like when the next character drops, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be a tank with the order that these characters are coming out. That at the bare minimum that the character is on at least the same level as Bardock and then Bulma, so we could again at least just have that variety. It's the same thing I've said with Krillin. Do I want another thing where it's like, okay, there's another broken character that is like just dominating everything, and then you have to pick this character over the others? Obviously not. But if there's gonna be a thing of at least having variety, then I'd rather have the variety rather than just being like, okay, I have to see this one character every single game for the rest of my life. If it's
'Cause
another
they
character
did a
added to
really
the
good
mix,
job
that's
with-
fine.
I think they did a great job with Topo. I feel like Topo, like you don't see as many Topos anymore, but like I think Topo is still really good.
Oh, yeah, no,
Trunks,
for sure.
I think they've generally done a great job with Trunks because like no one really used Trunks. Like even well, people use Trunks, but not to the extent he has been used recently. For sure. I just think that it's at the end of the day, we have the best DPS, and I would say with these Bulma nerfs, Bardock is, in my opinion, Bardock is already best tank again. But I feel like with these Bulma nerfs, we could very easily see Bardock just as the best tank yet again. Kind of finding a spot with Bulma, I think that could just cement that. So it's like, what changed since like April? Bardock is still the best tank. Godku is still the best DPS. Technical character, I mean it's Goku Black now, but like Ohan's still really good.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna cry though. This last note.
Mhm.
Daimogoku's been slowly climbing up the ladders. Oh.
Dude, I think Nerf Daima, that is gonna be so crazy.
Guys, if you're playing Daima, please throw, guys. I beg of you.
I mean, well, they never nerfed Gammas, and the Gammas are just super high win rate. But they
That's
also
true.
just haven't buffed Gammas, so I don't know. I mean, we'll see these changes in game. I think really seeing like the numbers and then actually playing with the character, it gives you a different feeling. But
Yeah.
I
again,
think the game is just
um,
generally not going to change.
Yeah. Though again, the other thing I do want to make mention, because these patch notes will go live when the next character drops, by the way, because we're already getting the reveal. Because we're recording this a couple days before that this video actually goes up. The time that we're recording this was before the reveal, which I think is it tomorrow, or is it like in 2-3 days?
So they tweeted it. The reveal's at 9, or the reveal's on the 9th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so then
Double check.
this video will go up afterwards, but it's recorded before the character, but it's going to drop at the same time as the new character. So again, we'll just have to see how that
Oh no, it's 8
character
p.m. Pacific time on the 9th.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how that character kind of shakes up the meta and all that too. Any final notes before we go ahead and stop?
We'll see. The next character is tank, and they're just top 2 tank. Then it's like, okay. You know what's really funny? The next tank is going to be playable in Squadra Blast World Tournament, the finals, which is very interesting that they're gonna drop a character under 2 weeks before the finals, and then that character is usable in the tournament. That feels insane to me, but we'll see. We'll see what they do, whoever it is. I expect a tank. I feel like they're gonna go DPS technical tank, but they could go DPS technical DPS. I just don't think so. They haven't done that since season 3, but it's possible.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. Either way, though, let me know what you guys think of the patch notes. Thank you, as always, for Monatos to joining us. Make sure to go check out their channel. All their content is very cool. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. See you guys in the next one. Peace.